Welcome to the first monthly update of my dividend portfolio. This channel is all about building passive income through dividend investing. In this video, I'll break down the dividends I received, any stock purchases or sales, and how the portfolio is performing. This month marks the beginning, so let's get right into those juicy dividend payments. To kick it off, first we got paid by SCHD, the dividend ETF. As you can see at the top of the screen, for June, we got paid a total of $5.75. Now, this most recent payment is actually an increase of over a cent per share by SCHD. And we actually made a 25-cent profit just off of the dividend increase. And I know what you're probably thinking, that a 1 cent per share isn't a crazy increase and I only made 25 cents off of it. But this is only a $600 investment. Imagine the people who have millions and hundreds of thousands of dollars in these accounts. That increase is very substantial. Up next in dividends, we have O Realty Income, the Dividend King. So we got paid another $1.39 for this month, pretty consistent across the board. However, we actually had a dividend increase of 0.0005 cents for this month. Now, this didn't really mean anything for me because I have 5.21 shares of O Realty Income. So that really only brought me 0.0025 cents extra. But when it gets to the millions and hundreds of thousands, it will matter. The third payment was from Supreme Volatility Index. This is another monthly payer, same as the last month of $16.50 total. Now, I do want to go into a deep dive of the stock because it has changed its investment strategy. But since they have not changed the dividends, as you can see, 0.3, 0.3, I haven't sold it. Now, they did change the investment strategy, and it had been going down until recently. I was down 20% at the beginning of last week. Now we've come up to down 9% total, which crazy increase. But I'm a little concerned as I don't know which way the stock is going anymore. Up next, we have a payment from SCHG, the Schwab Growth ETF. Now, as you can see, it didn't pay me a whole lot because it's not dividend-based. It's a growth ETF, but it does have companies in it that do pay a dividend. So I got paid 14 cents total, which isn't terrible when you think about a growth ETF. As you can see, the dividend payments are quarterly and they are minuscule. All right, not something that we're going for the dividends themselves. However, if you look at this position, I started it only for the growth, and yet I am up 21% on this position. And I strongly advise anybody who is around my age, I'm young for an investor, I could say, at 21, so I have a lot of growth ahead of me. I know I've said it a lot, but this is going to be an ETF that I will hold for life, just because no matter how long I'll be alive, these companies that it's held will grow. Last payment, and certainly not the least, is from AMDY, the Yield Max account for AMD stock price. Last month, it has been going up crazily, up 20%, and the dividend has matched that energy, I could say, from 20 in the previous month of May to 25.40 in the month of June. Now, as you can see here, I do have to clarify, this May 29th payment I actually received at the very, very beginning of June, so that is what I'm going to count as this update. So next month, I would have that June 26th payment as the July payment. As you can see, still down quite a lot on stock price for this. However, we have made quite a bit back in the dividends. Still going to hold on to it. I still think AMD has more to climb. So to round it all up, for the month of June, we received a total of $49.18 split across 5 different stocks. Now, that is very, very, very close to my goal of $50 a month consistently. However, I have to keep in mind that a lot of these stocks are very conditional with their dividend payments. Like AMDY, if AMD was to suddenly drop off the face of the earth, then that dividend would most likely reflect that. I know recently it's been going up, but if it were to drop, so would my average monthly dividend. But thank you for watching this monthly dividend update, and if you enjoyed it, feel free to hit the like button and subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you next month.